My special mom love. There's too much of it in the country right now. We need balance. It's my call for balance. Airs this Wednesday, 10 p.m. on our YouTube channel. This is just going direct to you. First thing I said before you clicked off if you weren't a fan of this show. Gotcha! May 18th, 10 p.m. Mom Love, my hour stand-up special. Tune in for it. It premieres. And then, of course, it'll be up for free after that. What does that mean? What does it cost you? Well, do you want to get into heaven? If you want to get into heaven, then don't steal. And all it costs you is 1 million Bitcoin. No. My special is fungible. No. All you got to do is share it. If you like it. If you don't like it, I don't have to tell you. You don't have to share it. Okay? And please do comment if you don't like it. I love it. I love the criticism. It really makes me a better person. So comment if you can. It doesn't hurt the algorithm either, but share it. That's the number one thing you have to do is share the special Mom Love. May 18th, Wednesday, May 18th, 10 p.m. premieres on the channel. Now that we got that business out of the way, let's talk about what's the dollars in this week's news. Elon Musk still fucking dominating. Still dominating. If he was a basketball team, maybe the Golden State Warriors when they won 72 or 74 games. I mean, he's staying on top of the news right now. And this could be one of the longest top headlines that goes. Because, Bubba's, we got a new Trump. We got a new Trump, and the media loves a new Trump. Is he a white supremacist? Is he a Nazi? Is he free speech Jesus? Is he dangerous for the future of humanity? Is he wearing too many hats? Oh my God, is he letting Trump out of jail, out of Twitter jail? Who knows what he's doing? We will talk about that. Although, surprisingly, the ACLU and Jack came out and said that they also feel like it was a mistake to take Trump off of Twitter. Good to hear from Jack now that he's done with his full-time job of growing his beard. We needed one tech guy to look like a sheik. Netflix is fucking taken. Netflix is fucking taken. You're taking Netflix. Maybe you should be looking for specials like mine, which are completely awesome. I beat the fucking crowd up. I'm a Mexican boxer. I go in there and I bang on the inside. I don't fuck around. It's an hour of material. If you can't sit through an hour of material, I don't blame you, because a lot of shit's fucking everywhere. And all the fucking streaming services and networks, they put up shit. They don't put it up for the skill, for the expertise, for the people who've been doing it a long time and know what the fuck they're doing. They do it for people who say that they're dying, but they don't. YouTube's also not making its fucking revenue. Sorry.
Got worked up there.
Sorry, I think I broke my body on that. YouTube's also losing revenue. They didn't hit their quota. I think they're supposed to make a certain amount that they steal from content creators. So no big deal. I know a way for you to make it up, YouTube, Google. All you got to do is just steal a little more, because the content creators just end up with whatever you just say is what we get. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows what percentage it is. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows why something's limited or full monetization. Case in point, this one's probably limited monetization right now, and we have to do a writ of certiorari to the fucking Supreme Court to prove that we are not the frickin' hate group that you say we are, or whatever. Pussy Riot, the Pussy Riot head singer, right? The Pussy Riot head singer. Great musician, by the way. Great musician. She stood up to Putin. The whole group stood up to Putin. They were like the Dixie Chicks of Ukraine, okay? When Dixie Chicks stood up to Bush, well, the Pussy Riot stood up to Putin. First of all, I thought it was a little more repressive in Russia. That there was a group called Pussy Riot, and I think they were lesbian anarchists. It's pretty fucking progressive. I mean, what is Russia becoming, Portland? Anyway, she escaped the country by pretending to be a Grubhub driver. Who gives a fuck? We won't talk about it in the episode because there's a fucking war going on. Who gives a fuck what the chick from Pussy Riot's doing? She's wearing John Lennon glasses and she likes to get her pussy licked. End of story. She's got no musical talent. It sounds like you're listening to a fucking garbage disposal. You want to hear Pussy Riot? It sounds like a fork caught in a garbage disposal. That's Pussy Riot. Hillary Clinton is still out there, and she beat the Hillary, but Hillary Duff is all grows up, and this is the toughest thing she's had to do. This is the toughest thing she's had to do since what? Did she have probably some sort of drug problem when she was a child actor? They all go through it. Josh Peck probably fucking smashed it in the ass. And then she went into a tailspin, started doing some drugs, and, then she got her life together, and now she's proud of her body. It's got nothing to do with publicity and her publicist saying this is a great way for us to get back in the limelight, the same way the Kardashians release a fucking sex tape, which is Ray J telling the truth? Did the Kardashian mother broker that deal to make her kids famous because she's a demon? We'll find out. Meghan Markle. According to Joe Biden's sister, the less elderly one, at 76, who was his chief advisor or advisor to Obama, she thinks in an interview with some fucking British channel who nobody gives a shit of it, probably the BBC, because do they only have one fucking channel in Britain? All I know is about the fucking BBC in The Office, and that's fucking all I know. And Winston Churchill, and fucking David Beckham. The rest of you can go fuck yourself. Limited monetization, baby! That's what we're going for, Dick Vitale style, baby! It's a type of motherfucking dandy! According to her, Meghan Markle would make a fine, listen to me correctly, a fine presidential candidate. We've lost our mind. This is Yanni, and let's fucking find out what the motherfucker tell us.
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the day been long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and it's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who, to the news and cameras, to the fake politics and the propaganda. Get this kid screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day. It's a long day.
They're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna demonetize us anyway. So, we might as well lean into it. It's like Tony Hinchcliffe. Tony Hinchcliffe, they called him a racist because he screamed the C word, and now he just dresses like one. You gotta lean into it a little bit, I guess. No, limited monetization is actually a synonymous name for this podcast. You're watching the Longdays podcast or the limited monetization podcast on YouTube. So we cursed a little bit. But here's the deal. That was some of the most fun I've had at an opening in a long time. So be it. Because as me and Jesse discussed via text, very 2022, very 2022 correspondence. Me and Jesse we text like little fucking girls. It doesn't matter whether you're big or small, famous, infamous, or just anonymous. As long as you're having a good time and proud of who you are and what you're doing, it's all the same. It's all the same, guys. Don't buy the hype, okay? Hillary Duff's naked. Hillary Duff's naked. Can we pull up? Let's start with Hillary Duff being naked. Okay. Jared Harvin back in the studio. She's proud of herself, she said on this. Well, I'm proud of her body. I am proud of her body. Why was this hard? Was this the toughest airbrushing she ever had to go through? Who's the biggest liars? The media. Jesse, you worked in advertising. Is there any way this wasn't airbrushed?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. She's got a nice little tattoo on her back. I think it says, I love Yannis.
I mean, she looks great, but
she looks incredible, dog.
That's a lot of airbrushing.
Yeah.
There's not one blemish. I don't see one blemish.
Now, can you bring a woman home? Now, this is probably some of the tamest stuff a former child actor has done, is pose naked. Child actors really, child actors don't usually make it out. It's tough. It's like the Navy SEALs. Most don't make it. So here she is. First of all, she's not really that naked. Okay? It's 2022, baby. I could go see a lady with a penis on the internet. So looking at some of your butt out of the water and some cleavage ain't gonna do it for me. Unless you come over and hit me in the head and stick something in my ass.
She's Cinemax at 11:56 p.m. naked.
That's exactly. She is Cinemax on old cable at 11:56 naked.
Yeah.
Well said, my friend. The only thing she's wearing is Ali Wong's sunglasses.
Yeah.
Which is the way you recognize Ali Wong.
And Pocahontas' earrings.
And Pocahontas' earrings. She looks good. How old is Hillary Duff now? And does she have kids? What's she doing?
She's got to be about 35, and I believe she has 2 kids.
She has 2 kids. She's 35.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal. You want to know something true about me? Okay, a lot of people think I'm 60. I'm not. People were saying I was Josh Peck's dad. Me and Josh Peck are not that different in age.
It's only 10 years.
It's only 10 years. Or if I lie, 8.
Yeah.
Depending on what I want to do. It's a 10-year difference, right? So here's the thing about me. I'm not giving off major boomer energy when I say this. I think I'm giving off more of like I'm into better things than Hillary Duff was in. I have no idea what Hillary Duff is from. Hillary Duff. I don't know what she's from. Is she from the Amanda Bynes show? There was a whole Disney World I'm not aware of.
So Amanda Bynes is Nickelodeon. Hillary Duff was Disney Channel. Her biggest show was Lizzie McGuire.
Cuz were you only watching Bear Burger because you didn't have the representation on the other side of the screen? What was Disney giving to black kids?
Disney was giving That's So Raven.
That's So Raven.
Yeah, but then she took the lesbian route at the end of her career.
Has Ray J fucked That's So Raven yet?
Probably. Orlando Brown did from that show. The one who went all
Orlando
crazy.
Bloom?
Orlando Brown.
Fucked Raven.
Yeah.
That's So Raven. So that was a Disney sitcom with a black girl.
Yes.
And then there was also Big Burger or Bale Burger with the fat kid, Kenan Thompson, and then the other kid.
The Good Burger. The
Good Burger.
That's Nickelodeon. That's a movie.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, Disney, same pedophiles too.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, Kenan went on to have a great fucking career. Stayed fat, unlike Josh Peck.
Steady.
He stayed with it because there was not a hot guy in there.
No.
Josh Peck was a Michelangelo fucking block of marble, and inside that fat fucking can't stop feeding his face Jew from the East Coast was a hot piece of tail movie face.
Yep.
Kenan was just funny guy. He looked at himself in the mirror and he said, I gotta stay this, cuz. I gotta risk my blood pressure to stay funny, because there's no leading man in here. There's no Jamie Foxx in there.
No.
There's a guy who does sketches and smirks throughout it.
Yes.
Which is cheating. It's
almost
called Jimmy Fallon cheating.
He muddles the line between breaking. That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
And I like the guy. I don't know the guy, so I'm lying. I'm just softening it by saying I like the guy. But he does smirk a lot during the, I used to like the guys that commit. You know, there was a whole era where they started cheating. You remember? It was like the Jimmy Fallon era, where they all just started cracking up. And then, of course, the audience cracks up. It's like crowd work clips. We get it. You're talking to the audience. They're excited. Of course, they're excited. You're making it about them in a country where everyone's trying to make it about them. So they get excited. Okay? Let's see what you got to say. Why am I listening to you? Am I listening to you to watch you talk to a woman in the front row? It's a great tool when you're in the room, but I'm watching you on a fucking screen. What are you saying to me? Have we become so desensitized to shit? Even our entertainment now has become fucking fast food. We're a fast food nation. Has someone wrote a book about that called that? I'm late to that party because that is a book title. Yeah, there was a whole era where they just started cheating. They all started smirking. And that was a Jimmy Fallon era. I just remember every sketch he was in, the kid could not smile.
That's what happens when you drink bourbon.
Right. That was, yeah. He's been able to kind of not, I think people know maybe of his drinking.
He knows a little bit.
A little bit.
It's starting to seep through a little bit.
Yeah, he's got, as we call it on Longdays, he's got Saudi Arabia's PR.
Yeah, covered up real quick.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia's got the best PR in the world. Come to Saudi Arabia.
Covers him up like a tarp that doesn't.
You can take a buggy over the sand dunes. Oh, there's a public execution happening there. Don't look at that. Oh, this woman can't drive over here, but look at the sand dune and the palace. Why am I giving it the Israeli accent? Yes, hello, welcome to Israel. Also, a journalist was killed in the West Bank. There was some gunfire happening there. I'm sorry for her. It's very sad. Very sad when anyone dies. But right now, we just have bigger problems. like Netflix's stock falling. We can't talk about people losing lives in the West Bank. Also, isn't the Israel-Palestinian issue a little bit like that friend that you have who just always calls with a problem? You know, when you see that phone number in your phone, you're like, oh, here we go. Let me guess. You and the girl broke up again? Let me guess. You're having more drama. You know, it's like the best way to deal with Israel and Palestine is get those toxic people out of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, if a fight happens in the West Bank and the media is not there to report it, does it make a sound? It doesn't. Not over here. Not over here on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. I want to finish the word ocean. You know, we don't have. Can we squeeze in the West Bank right now? I mean, they're firebombing abortion, people who are pro-abortion, and they're also about to take away abortion right here in Madagascar. What the fuck's going on, dog? I don't know what's going on. I don't even know how to play it. All I know is I got a special coming out that nobody cares about, nobody's asking for. I feel like the James Corden of specials. Finally, that guy got canceled. What? How much did we have to ignore the show and only watch the car karaoke for him to get the message that he's just not that into you? And why do we need to continue to outsource to other countries to get comedians? Like Jared Harvin isn't available. Could you think Jared Harvin could not do a better job at sitting in a car with Lady Gaga and having her sing her own song in a Kia?
No, the only thing that James Corden is better at
is hiding he's gay.
Is hiding he's gay and eating crumpets.
And eating crumpets. Kid can eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That kid loves himself some blood sausage.
Yeah.
The food and the dick.
Right. He does like himself some blood sausage.
Yeah.
Blood sausage could have always been, it was right there for the taking as a slang for a cock.
Yeah.
It was always right there, blood sausage. That was always right there for that. That might have been the first time someone referred to blood sausage as a cock. Mm-hmm. And cock is just a better word. It's just a better word than dick.
It rolls off the tongue better, if you especially got a Boston accent.
Yeah, you fucking cock.
See what you did
They
there.
put a W in it.
There you go. Yeah.
What'd he do?
Rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue.
Let's roll off the tongue.
We're making comedy here, people.
He quit.
He quit. Well, hold on. You said you forgot to do air quotes. You forgot to do. Is that also why Ellen's deciding to step aside? Let's see what his ratings were when he decided to quit. When he decided to, God. And you know what? I'm hating on the guy. I don't even know him. But does anyone have a sense of humor anymore? It's obviously not personal. I don't know you, James Corden. I'm making comedy. As the great Tim Dillon says, again, I gotta do my job. You know, and you got to say that way and pretend like your jowls are full of lobster. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed that Tim Dillon looks a little like John Wayne Gacy, or is that just me?
Oh. A little bit.
I noticed that in the face and also the personality.
Yeah, Tim also talks like he just ate some wasabi and he didn't know it was wasabi. Yeah. What I gotta do is,
it's hot.
It goes up there.
Yeah, everything's got his shit.
Yeah. Give me some water.
Yeah. This place is a fucking dump. I told them, let's do it's James Corden. Should we sing this? I told them that morning, I told a few people the day before, then a few people that have known me for a while. It's really emotional. Is it? It's really emotional, but then it's great. Whoever gets to dictate what they're going to do in this sort of industry, I'm so excited to be out there. I'm so excited to get out there.
Yeah, we're really excited to see you in the Cats too.
We're really excited to see you. We're really excited to see you in musicals, cuz.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know what it's going to be hard the whole way. Gordon told Variety, and I love that this article was so organic. Variety approached him. There was no publicist that's being paid to make sure it gets out. It's just organic. These journalists have become PR arms that just respond to calls from publicists because they get a nice little free dinner that's put on the card by the PR company, which is funded by the client, which funds them to take them out to dinner, to contact them, to put my name in the news. Because guess what? James Corden could stop doing his show and nobody would ask why. Nobody would say, wait, why? Why? James Corden. God, he had an 8-year run. An 8-year run. Who has the higher ratings, Seth Meyers or James Corden? Let's find out between the two who gives a shits, who's the one who we give a shit about more. Who ranks third in his time slot? Okay, here's the numbers. This is the numbers they admit to, because remember, this is Nielsen rating. So it's like the Nielsen ratings, right? They don't get an exact number. They take a sample, I believe. They have some way that they say they take this sample, and by that they can induct out how many people are watching it. But it's like there's a little bit of conjecture in it, right? It's a representation. So what they're admitting here, at least on, is this credible? Who cares? Is 1.3 viewers per episode. Now, is that 1.3 who stay for the entire episode? Probably not. So let's slash that in half, because the only ones staying in front of the whole episode are people who don't have remote controls yet and are too fat to get off the chair. So we're talking about Impractical Joker fans. I've been on the cruise. They're large. Can I not make a joke about that?
No, you can't.
They're large people. Okay, how about this? Americans.
Yeah.
People who don't live in cities.
No, you could talk about the cruise.
Yeah.
They don't care about the comedy on those cruises, but they care about the nacho cheese.
They're big. They're big people. They're big people is what I'm saying. So those are the only people who are tuning in for the whole James Corden. If you're tuning in for the whole James Corden, you need help standing up. You need help getting up to change your channel. You might have a remote control, but you just left it over there, and it's too much of a thing.
Or your Parkinson's won't allow you to change the channel.
Or if you have Parkinson's.
Yes.
So it's people who are large or have Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yo, Gutfield is still winning.
Yeah, and he's crushing everybody because he just goes up there and talks about how Obama's a lizard. Which is a lot more entertaining than James Corden. What's his name? James Corden?
Cordon.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't believe Gutfield. I mean, he's beating Colbert.
He's beating them all.
He's beating them
He's
all.
beating them all because guess what? Because the Democratic machine is so in touch with what the people want. You're getting beat by someone who probably says Obama's a lizard. He's not even a comic, Gutfield, right? He did have that like late night thing. Was he a comic? I don't know. Because there's comedians on fucking news channels now. I don't know. But here's my question to you two guys. I have a legit question, and to you at home. Has anyone watched a full, I'm talking about intentionally watched a full James Corden episode from beginning to end? Silence. I take your silence as consent.
Those 3 girls who were kidnapped in Cleveland in the basement.
At Ariel Castro's house. Yeah. Were forced. That was part.
Because that's the only channel he would leave the TV on.
That was part of the psych ops of Ariel Castro when he had those 3 girls trapped in the basement for 8-9 years. He put that show on and he said, would you rather go out there to this world or stay in the basement? And the girl said, we'd rather stay in the basement. Just please turn it off. By the way, that could only happen in a city like Cleveland, you know? Where somebody just has someone in the basement for 8-9 years, because me and Jared were just in Cleveland. All the people have left Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland looks like a party at like 5 in the morning.
We walked the whole city, like literally 7 miles. We saw the same 3 people.
Yeah, it's really a
I thought
town.
it was the Truman Show.
Yeah, it feels like the Truman Show. So he was able to get away with it so long, Ariel Castro, because like the adjacent houses and neighboring houses are vacant.
Yeah.
There's nobody in there. They're boarded up. It's the only city you can go to and get catfished by a building. You look at the building, you go, this is the most beautiful building. It's got nice bones.
It's not being used anymore. It's like a fusion TV set.
There's just a fucking old champs in a like a Italian revival building.
Yeah.
You know, and they got the Cleveland Clinic there, and LeBron's gone. So, what are we looking at right now?
Gutfeld's Wikipedia.
Yeah, so what does he start as?
He's like a journalist.
He started as a journalist.
He interned at the American Spectator.
Okay, so here's how it goes. This is the trajectory of a journalist. They start out as a journalist, and they go, okay, nobody's reading this. People care about the articles more than they do about the writer. How can I make this more about me? I know what to do. Let's stop telling the truth. People love liars. Look at our most popular presidents, okay? Recently. Obama was very popular, on the left. I think with a lot of moderates, he was popular too to a certain extent. Obama was great at speaking and saying certain things, and also completely carpet bombing the Middle East. I mean, I'm talking about, dog. He carpet bombed the Middle East like a kid who's fucking walking in a parade with gas. Carpet bomb. He also talked a really great game on immigration. And I mean, dude, if you spoke with an accent, he catapulted you over the wall.
Yeah.
Even the left used to call him the deporter in chief. Now, I'm not putting a judgment on that. I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong. I'm just saying the kid knew how to lie. If you're going to be a good politician, you got to lie. Nobody can tell the truth. You can't be a fucking president, and you need your presidents to lie. You can't have your president go up there and be like, I had a shit day. You can't just do what like I do here and go, I just went to Cleveland and it's a fucking dump. You can't go out there and go, fucking Cleveland. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, you can't do what Mrs. Pappas does to you at the end of the day.
Scream.
And just unload.
You can't tell the truth. You got to smile. You got to shake hands. You got to kiss babies. You got to be political.
Gotta be Joe Jackson.
Okay? You got to be political. You're trying to get TV shows in Hollywood. You can't talk about your coke addiction. Put that suit on. Gel that hair. Dance that dance, baby. Clinton, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, which now we know means not only did I have sexual relations with that woman, I rolled my cigar in her fucking kiwi. I went a step further. I used her pussy juice as glue
To lubricate his saxophone. Yeah.
for my cigar. And I came on her dress. Dog, you see, people don't think ahead, man. Let me just tell you. Linda Tripp, or as I like to call her, Tim Dillon in a dress. Linda Tripp, if you don't remember, if you're a fucking millennial or whatever and you weren't alive during this time, you missed the whole thing. What were you born in, 2011? Do you remember this? No. Linda Tripp, she was the do-gooder, right? She was the do-gooder. And of course she was the do-gooder. She looked the part. She was the woman nobody wanted to fuck who looked like a guy in a dress back when you could say that looks like a guy in a dress. Okay, there's Linda Tripp. Okay? It looks like a Tim Dillon sketch.
Oh.
At all times. Of course, that's going to be the woman who's going to have a problem with her friend, Monica Lewinsky, having sex with the President of the United States, which Monica Lewinsky was thoroughly enjoying. Because Bill Clinton sounds like a fun fucking hang. He's sticking cigars in your pussy. He's the most powerful. It's intoxicating. You know, of course, she's going to be like, this is bad. He's using his power. This is where cancel culture really started. Linda Tripp. Now, of course, this is the type of bitch who, because she looks the way she looks, is going to rain on everyone's parade and make this into a big thing, which, if she had any fucking brains at all and knew what this country's about and what's important, if she had any foresight at all and cared about her bag, what she would have done was taken the fuck. She would have been like, whoa. Monica, this is Bill Clinton semen on your dress? Let's hold this like an Andy Warhol, because this thing is going to be worth Bitcoins, baby. Dude, if you put on eBay right now, DNA certified, if none of this ever happened, DNA certified by experts, Bill Clinton's sperm on an intern he fucks dress, how much you think it could fetch at Sotheby's auction? Comparable to a Warhol, no? You're a fucking finger painter. You tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Would you not frame that dress and put it up?
Hell yeah.
Especially if you were a Republican and you're just doing it as a troll?
Absolutely.
You could get, how much would the Koch brothers pay for that dress to put into their fucking basement when they have their eyes wide shut parties to point to it and say, like, that's the dress some dumb intern was wearing while Bill Clinton was sticking cigars in our pass.
They're going to put it in the Trump presidential library.
Yeah, they'd put it in, it would cost money. Now it's evidence in a fucking case and nobody got paid. Monica Lewinsky could have shown that dress to her grandkids and say, yeah, you think your grandmom's not lit? I used to fuck the president of the United States and I gulped down his glue so much I spilled a little bit on my dumb fucking Filene's basement dress because you don't get paid as an intern. You get paid in presidential cum. Let's just, when we do, let's make an appeal for full monetization for fun on YouTube after this episode. We'll be like, whoa. You get paid in presidential cum is offensive?
That should be the title.
It's very good for you to speak another language. Everyone should learn languages. Babbel's the best at it. I absolutely love Babbel. It's so easy to use when I'm like on a plane or I'm on, dropping a doigt. Let's be honest. I do it a lot on the toilet. Or even if I'm just scrolling at night, I go and check my Babbel lesson. Jared's using Babbel to learn how to speak Spanish, which he should speak because he is Spanish. But we're both disgraces. We don't speak our native languages. I'm using it for Spanish to brush up because you know what? It's like we have the foundation of Spanish from school, and it's like it's a second language in America. We should all speak it. People in Europe speak like 4 languages. Americans, you can learn another one and you can learn another one with Babbel. They have these like 15-minute bite-sized lessons, which are like that's the most you want to do. You put it down, then you pick it back up, and little by little you just learn it. It's great. They were created by over 100 language experts. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven. That can't be beat to be effective. There's 14 languages you can choose from, including, of course, Spanish, French, Italian, German, amongst others. They have speech recognition technology, helps you improve your pronunciation in case you go to France and you don't want them to break your balls about that. And there's just so many ways to learn with Babbel. They also have podcast games, stories. Some of them are fun. Live classes you can check in with. Comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. You're gonna love it. This is a no-brainer. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel to get 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/longdays. Wow. 60% off. That's what I'm talking about, Babbel. Aren't you happy you listen to this podcast right now? Babbel.com, right there's the link, /longdays for up to 60% off your subscription. I mean, go now. Butcherbox. Do you like meat? Of course you do. Everyone likes protein. Well, go to the best place to get your protein, your meats. You don't have to go to them. Guess what? They come to you. Okay? They come to you in these nice, fresh, packed boxes. Quality meats, ethically raised, grass-fed. It's so good. Every month, Butcherbox ships a curated selection of high-quality meats right to your home. Free shipping from the continental U.S. as well. You get free shipping in the continental U.S. It's incredible. No antibiotics, no hormones. This is all very important stuff, guys. There's a lot of shit in food. So when you just get your meats from ButcherBox, you know you're getting quality stuff. And then you don't got to think about it again. Do it for your family. Do it for your health. Do it for yourself. Do it for your country. They're freshly fresh. They're packed fresh, shipped frozen for your convenience so you can save time. You don't have to go to the grocery store. I love it, dude. Now, we don't even think about the grocery store just when it comes to that. You go to the groceries for the more perishables, By that, I mean, the lettuce and stuff. But, we throw this in the freezer and boom, ration it out. We always got meat, thanks to ButcherBox. Also, this is a great thing they do. Free ground beef for up to $180 a year now if you sign up through May 15th. So you have to sign up right now. and you'll get free ground beef for life. So whatever order you put in, they give you free ground beef, and you have to sign up by May 15th. So if you go sign up now, you'll get 2 pounds of free ground beef for every order for the lifetime of your membership. That's for as long as you're a member and getting meat, you will get 2 pounds of free ground beef. I mean, it just pays to listen to podcasts. It really does. So go to butcherbox.com/fumes right now to claim this order through May 15th. So you got to act now to get 2 pounds of free ground beef in every order for the life of your membership. Butcherbox.com/fumes. I bet you back before the press were reporting about that type of shit, when JFK was having hooker pool parties at the White House, I bet you they had, when it was a boys club, not saying it was good, but it definitely was, there was probably some moments where JFK was like, he was interviewing people and be like, okay, so it says here you went to Dalton Private School, and then you went to Occidental College in California. Says here you're good at secretarial duties. How good are you at sucking my dick? You know, this job doesn't pay per se, but you do get to get paid in presidential cum.
Yeah.
Which could be the name of this episode. What are we, Legion of Skanks now?
Yeah, it's a little dirty.
I was just on their podcast. Of course, the title was International Jew. Thank you, Louis J. Gomez, for the 3 N-words you dropped with the ER and the title International Jew. It's always fun to go on that podcast and just take it to a new level of being shadow banned. I wonder why the Josh Peck episode is not doing great when the watch time is all the way up. More than it's been in other episodes, but the impressions are down. Maybe it has something to do with the algorithm has identified me in being in a Legion of Skanks episode.
Yeah.
God.
Who was on the podcast with you?
Me, Hitler, and Stalin.
Yeah, who's the international Jew? And
They just name it that because you know what? I don't even remember talking about an international Jew. It's going to be something like that, you know? You know what? And they're my friends, and it's a funny podcast. You know, all Louis has to do is not drop the N-word or call the title the International Jew, and I'd look forward to coming back. You know? I like to check in with fucking the top of Jay Okerson's fingers.
Yeah, it's a nice podcast.
It's always good to see.
It's the only podcast sponsored by the Proud Boys.
Look, but here's the thing about Legion of Skanks. Here's the thing. Are they maybe the most progressive podcast? And I'll explain to you why, what my theory is. Mm-hmm. They have probably undoubtedly Proud Boy fans, right? Probably a few fans who don't have very progressive views on social issues. But they get them to throw up silly hand signs and chant names over and over again. Maybe they're doing good for society by occupying those people, because if they're throwing up fucking Legion of Skanks, dial in Dallas Page hand signs, they're not out there fucking with tiki torches.
Yeah. Yeah, point about that.
I mean, isn't it? There's something funny. There's a couple of comedians that get these guys to do this instead of this.
Yeah.
And there we go. We're demonetized again.
They're the after-school program for Nazis.
Yeah, like they're all, they all want to do this, and Lewis is going, fuck, let's do this. Fucking Diamond Dallas Page, fucking Legion of Skanks, baby.
why'd they do this to you?
Yeah, International Jew.
I mean, they didn't do that
I think
for
they do it
Janine
for
Garofalo.
No, they didn't do it for Janine Garofalo. Do you not think YouTube is going to censor that? The title is International Jew. Mm-hmm. The title is one of the worst racist tropes in our history, International Jew. And there it is. And every time I go on there, the guy fucking drops a few N's. And I was like, Lewis, can you just not say, but I am one. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not even Puerto Rican. There's no Puerto Ricans that listen to death metal.
Yeah. Still Puerto Ricans eating arroz con pollo listening to Black Sabbath.
Yeah. But, you know, both his parents died, and he is Puerto Rican. Is that enough for the N-word pass? You're half Puerto Rican, half black. You can speak on behalf of both communities.
He's dropping the hard ER. No, not really.
No, you got to drop it with the A.
Yeah.
You got to drop it with the A. It's a different word.
Yeah.
Lewis, you got to drop it with the A.
The A.
They don't get the pass anymore.
No, you can't do it with the hard ER.
No, you can't do the hard ER.
You can't do the hard ER.
Yes.
No, the hard ER is it's a totally different word.
If you're throwing on fingerless gloves and you're saying it, you're not saying it from inside my community, okay? You got to drop it with the A.
Right.
In their defense, it's Lewis.
It is Lewis. Yes.
It's not Jay, it's Lewis.
But all three of them together don't look good. All three of them together look like they own a ranch where they make all the equestrians wear lingerie.
No, so it's two different words. The one with the ER at the end, it's a hurtful slur.
It's a hurtful slur.
The one with the A at the end is a word that means this guy. It's a guy. It's a reference.
Yes, it can be anything.
It could be anything. A noun, verb, chorus in a rap song.
Yes. Yeah, because it's all over Fat Joe's albums.
Exactly. So because it's a different word. I mean, it's just there's two different words. They're spelt differently.
There's a lot of places in society.
They sound the same. You know, the people, the real racists aren't using the one with the A.
No. But it's pretty funny when they say the ER, thinking that's gonna hurt us. That's really funny. When I see a video of a white person say it with the ER, I laugh. I die laughing.
Because it's like all they got.
Yeah.
Right?
That's your last resort.
That's the last resort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. They named it the International Jew. So I mean, we're just gonna be shadow banned out of the. And you know what? Look, they're all good guys. That's the funny thing. They're all good guys. But yeah, I mean, if I didn't know them and I saw that title, I'd be like, okay. I mean, what am I about to listen to? Mm-hmm. And then what's funny is you listen to the episode. It's got nothing to do with that. So that they named it that, I just don't know. I just don't know. It was actually a really fun episode. I had a lot of fun on there. And, it's just what they did. At this point, it's almost funny that that's what they do. In some ways, they're kind of taking the piss out of the whole thing. And in that way, I'm kind of going like, is it very progressive? I mean, if you are occupying the Proud Boys with Diamond Dallas Page, Legion of Skank signs, maybe they're doing a service for, a humanity. Anyway. Now our fucking episode just got shadow banned because I mentioned Legion of Skanks. It was a great episode. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I'd love to be able to hack in there and change the title of it. International Jew. I was on another episode once. I think he named it to... I can't even say it, dude. I can't even say it on my podcast, and he titled it. That was the title. Can you bleep it? It was the title of the episode.
That's a double whammy right there.
That has to be bleeped, Jesse. Make a note.
It's bleeped.
That was the title of the other episode I was on.
Why can't they do Not That Gross like they did for Aaron Berg?
What do you mean?
Aaron Berg's title is Not That Gross.
Not That Gross is a lot better for the algorithm. Yeah, than International Jew.
Or how about this one? Make Child Cancer Funny.
Make Child Cancer Funny.
What would you rather, that or International Jew?
I'd much rather that than International Jew, actually. Because Make Child Cancer Funny, at least they're trying to, just International Jew. If you're scrolling, you're going, oh, it's nice that YouTube has Nazis on there. I mean, that is the number one Nazi talking point, is that there's an International Jew controlling everything. Which is actually a very, very, very funny conspiracy theory. That there's just one magical International Jew who's calling shots.
Yeah. That's obviously not true. They would get too much anxiety.
They would be taking on too much, booby. Yeah. I'm taking on way too much, booby. Oh, controlling Europe was enough. Imagine having to control America, Africa, all the continents, Australia. Oh, booby. I have a hard enough controlling the banks in New York.
You have to worry about the climate change. You heard about the climate change.
Booby. Oh, there's also Greenland. I forgot about that. There's a population there. I thought it was mostly ice, but there's actually people there to control. The whole thing's a schnugga-dugga. So I didn't know Joe Biden had a sister, but apparently
I don't think Joe Biden knows she has a sister.
Yeah, not anymore.
I think he may be unaware. But apparently he has a sister, and his sister was apparently nepotism is alive and well in Washington, as it is in all industries. I mean, you got this because, we're cousins. And, yeah, I mean, what happened to a meritocracy, What happened? The thing about America is we're losing the meritocracy. I think that is really what is being lost, at some point, we got to get back to the meritocracy in all things, or at least it's never been a meritocracy, right? But more so than other countries. It's been more. This is the country where you can come and you can create an Apple, you can create a Tesla, you can create a Facebook, and you can control elections. This is the country you could come to and make $1 gazillion with an idea. This is the country you could come to and get really good and go to the Olympics and kick fucking ass like we do. I mean, think about it. Our system is freedom, right? And they have like government spot, like those other countries in the past that were communist or whatever, fascist. They had like government money, government programs. They raised them from they were 1 or 2. They sought out their talents. That's all they did. And we still kicked their ass. We still kicked their ass on people with people who chose to do it because they wanted to, they loved it, etc. It's the best system. Freedom, baby. Eleftheria o thanatos, which is the only thing my mother would repeat over and over again right before the memory lights went completely out, which is hilarious. That was what my mother would repeat over and over and over again in Greek, which means, it means give me freedom or give me death, which is basically Patrick Henry. Of course, he took it from the Greeks, like everything, baby. Mm-hmm. You go and you walk around these fucking cities and you see that architecture. Where's that architecture come from? Greece. The Greeks original everything. The Romans take the first to take the Greeks' ideas, and then everybody else takes the Greeks. So, Hillary Duff did get naked. But Meghan Merkel, that's where we were. So Meghan Merkel, so Joe Biden's sister basically in her interview said that she feels like Meghan Merkel, and of course the press exaggerates it. They're still infected with the same bug they were before Trump, after Trump. It's all based on the internet. The journalism industry did not adapt to the internet age, so now they're selling wolf tickets to get clicks. Because when you watch the interview, same thing with the Elon Musk story, which we'll get to in a second. When you watch the full context of what he said, even the Trump stuff about rapists and murderers at the border, when you watch the whole clip, it's not as bad as the snippet that they take. When you watch the whole clip, maybe we'll do that now. Just to go, it's a well-known fact. We don't have to go back and do it. They take these snippets because even in this article, look at the headline. Go up to the headline. The headline is Joe Biden's sister endorses Meghan Merkel for president. Mm-hmm. That is not what happened. I mean, we are in such trouble, man. And if people don't understand that the trouble originates, the ground zero for this trouble is the media, I don't know what to tell you. And not in the Trump fake news way, because he was often referring to people who were just attacking and being critical of him because he's a malignant narcissist. No argument to be had. But he does have a point. He does have a point. The media is really unaccountable to anybody. There's nobody, like, for example, I'm the only one right now criticizing this. This should have ramifications. This is a lie. This is not what happened. I don't know what outlets this is, but let's go back to the headline. The headline is, Joe Biden's sister endorses Meghan Markle for president. Do you know what actually happened? Was tongue-in-cheek, the interviewer, tongue-in-cheek, asked her, do you think Meghan Markle would make a good presidential candidate? Tongue-in-cheek. Do you know what tongue-in-cheek is? It's this podcast. It's not literal. I'm trying to make you laugh. We're being light. We're having a good time. Tongue in cheek. And she goes, yeah, she's a fucking old bat whose fucking brother is Joe Biden with one of the lowest approval ratings in fucking history. You know, she's 76. She's probably got shit in her fucking drawers. She probably just pissed herself during this. She's wearing Depends. And she asked her this fucking question tongue in cheek. And she goes, oh, yeah. And she responds tongue in cheek. It's wonderful to have women in politics. Why am I giving her a British accent? She's going, it's wonderful to have... I should give her an old person accent.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to have women in politics. The more women we have, the better. Our democratic system will work better. Point of view. She didn't even really endorse her. She's kind of endorsing the concept of more women, and then tongue in cheek, we welcome Meghan to come in and join the Democratic Party. So she never really said it, and the whole thing's tongue in cheek, but now the fucking headlines are ablaze. Especially the reactionary right-wing headlines going, Joe Biden, because it's got all the meat for a good right-wing hit piece.
Yep.
Joe Biden's sister endorses. Imagine being Joe Biden's 76-year-old fucking elderly fucking sister. You know? What am I? Senile. She's 76. Imagine being her and waking up, having your applesauce, opening up the fucking paper because you know she still gets it delivered because she still thinks the fucking phone is a confusing thing from the aliens. And she sees this headline and she goes, imagine going, what? And then how do you retract from there? It's already, the lie's already spread 3 times around the world. And this is a pretty innocuous example. This same kind of anatomy is done with anything when it can be taken by reporters and used as an emotionally charged headline to drove up to inspire hate from the side that it supports. I mean, this isn't even a news article, dude. This shouldn't even be a news article.
It's a 2-minute read.
Anyone watching that interview knows that it wasn't a serious answer and it wasn't a serious question. Because nobody in their right mind would say Meghan Markle would go from C-list cast member of Suits.
Although Netflix gave her like $100 million for a podcast or something like that, right?
That's different for a podcast.
Podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
She's an actor. She went from USA to Network to USA, the leader of the USA. You don't
Yeah.
want that. That's
Yeah.
a big jump.
But
Jared makes a good point. Do actors stop acting when the camera's off? I don't think so.
No.
Bobby Kelly shot out. Do not marry a woman with a headshot.
That's the best.
Yeah. Or in his case, high blood pressure.
So,
I mean, if she can get money for making a podcast that she never makes, meaning, remember we looked at their website, they didn't even have any projects on there.
yes, we fucking ripped that apart in one of our episodes if you want to go back and listen.
Dude, anything's possible.
Anything is possible in this era. So who knows? Maybe this thing was set up by the interviewer and going, well, let's throw this out there. But if that is true, they are so disconnected because she's not popular, guys. They even Spotify even canceled her deal. I think even Netflix canceled her deal. Like they didn't make anything; they just took the money.
Yeah. I mean,
I think Michelle Obama, same thing. They canceled it, right?
Yeah, she'd make a great politician.
Yeah. What did they give Michelle Obama? Like 40 million,
The
100 million?
Obamas, they got paid.
And then they didn't do anything.
and a Queen Helene
Yeah,
sponsorship.
they're just giving out money. That's what the entertainment business now is. They're just giving out money to people that they think are famous enough that people are going to want to listen. They don't even listen to the actual work anymore. They don't listen to what this person can do.
the money goes where the attention goes.
Yeah, Obama's got a production deal. I mean, because they got a long resume of producing entertaining content. Imagine coming out the gate, your first producing job, you get paid over $100 million. That's Tom Brady broadcaster money. He just got paid $375 million for never having been in a booth.
Yep.
That's what all these people are doing now, because they finally realized, because of the internet, they have finally realized that they have no talent, that they're the stupid person from their family who couldn't start a business. And they fucked their way into these positions as gatekeepers, and they've lost control to independent content creators on the internet. So this is their last desperate Hail Mary to try to make something that works. Going, let's just throw a bunch of money at the Obamas. Let's throw a bunch of money at the royal family. because they're famous enough, maybe people will watch their fucking content. Guess what? They didn't even make it. They didn't even make any content. They took the money and ran, and good for them. Good for them. I'd rather look at Hillary Duff naked.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing. If you were a fan of Hillary Duff when she was little and you look at that now, is it a little weird or...
It's not weird for me. She's older than me, so
She's older than you, right?
I'm good.
Yeah. Now, what was Hillary Duff in again? Did we even discover
Lizzie
that?
McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
On
She was
Disney
Lizzie
Channel.
McGuire?
Yeah.
So why didn't they just call her Hillary Duff instead of Lizzie McGuire? That was the character's name?
Lizzie McGuire's the character's name, yeah. You don't want people calling you Panos all the time.
I certainly don't. And that's certainly the only name the Greeks know me as.
Yes.
They know me as that and the Greek guy who told that offensive joke in Cleveland.
Who's the biggest Nickelodeon star?
Nickelodeon star of all time? Or
Yeah.
just
Josh Peck, my friend.
Josh Peck.
No, he was on Disney.
He was Disney.
Who's the biggest Nickelodeon star?
who's like around now or just
Keenan Thompson?
Yeah, Keenan probably. Amanda was up there.
Dude, we didn't have children. We didn't have,
Cartoons, dog. Tom
we
and
had
Jerry.
we had cartoons. We didn't have like kids networks like
Yeah,
that.
I don't think anything was surfaced around a kid back then. I mean, you guys were allowed to smoke on airplanes back then. so
Very true.
I
Very true.
don't think they're gonna have great programming for their children.
They didn't even really have kids movies.
Yeah.
Like my parents used to drag me to adult movies. The only kids movie that was there was Star Wars, and that was barely a kids movie.
And that featured incest.
Yeah, I mean it was barely a kids movie, and that was the only. Can you think of another kids movie like a straight like kids movie geared to kids?
No, like just like Star Wars and shit.
Star Wars. That's what I just said.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ariana Grande.
she's a big star.
Yeah, she started off in
She
Victoria's.
started on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus, she's a huge.
And
star.
isn't the
Disney.
slime like a little bit of a too much of a bukkake thing? Like what's going on there, dude?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I also love how look, pedophilia there's more of it out there than I wanted to know about. Because I follow a few of these people who are like former traffickers and stuff who pull up all the articles.
You follow former
on Twitter,
traffickers?
on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't follow, on Twitter. I don't follow them like
you beat them down like Batman or some shit like that.
Oh, I thought, or either like they're my leader.
Yeah.
They're not my leader.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot more out there than anyone's comfortable with than I ever knew about. That it's a little scary, and obviously, what's come to light with the Catholic Church specifically is extremely disturbing. And I love how that just comes in and out of the news. But goddamn, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard is in there forever. I mean, 300,000 children in France were raped by clergy. 300,000. And I think that was only going back to like 20, 30, 40 years. And it just goes in and out of the news. Our priorities are really weird. But I love how the right does kind of can make anything into a pedophile conspiracy. The pedophile is the boogeyman for the right, the way the Nazi is the boogeyman for the left. Those are two boogeymen. And they like to tie whatever they can to one of those two things. They're always looking, like a crazy person does, to make that connection, no matter how tenuous it may be. It's like if you talk to someone on the right, if we were talking about Nickelodeon, they would go like, they become like Martin Lawrence from Boomerang. Mm-hmm. They go like, okay, the game is over when the white ball drives the black ball off and Eddie Murphy's go, oh, I see what you're saying. And the green, that's the earth. You need help, Boomerang, underrated movie. Very underrated.
Yep.
Comedy. You know what the scene I'm talking about?
Yeah, the pool table.
Everyone becomes that, right? You talk to the right, they go, you see the slime? They go, the slime, you see the slime? Now that's a dog whistle. That's a dog whistle for pedophilia. That means they're trying to bukkake on the kids, which they're probably not. But you could easily draw that. You go, why are they sliming? But it's obviously not, right? It's green slime, first of all.
Yeah.
So if that was your cum, it would be very sick cum. You should go to a doctor.
Yeah.
If your cum is green. But it is a little weird that they slime people. Well, how did that start?
I don't
You're
know.
a kid.
I don't know.
You just got your driver's license.
It was just always a thing, you know?
It wasn't always a thing, right?
No, it was always a thing. When I was growing up, it was always a thing at the Kids' Choice Awards. Everyone would get slimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little weird because they do that. The only other time people get slammed is bukkake videos and Stephen King's, what's her name? Sissy Spacek, which got the pig's blood poured on her.
Oh, Carrie.
Carrie.
Yeah.
So it's Carrie.
Yeah.
So, but they will tie anything they can to a pet. They'll go. I mean, sometimes the reasoning. I mean, the pizza thing is a funny one.
Yeah.
It was the Pizza Galaxy. Imagine being the pizza. Imagine being the guy who's just making pizzas there, and then dudes show up with our AR-15s.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're going to the basement. And the guy's like, you can't come to the basement. Like, we know what's going on in here.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking open the gates and they go down there. And there's just like two Mexican dudes mixing dough.
You know what's funny too? The right has the billionaire, the maniacal billionaire. They got Soros, right? They think Soros is
behind everything.
Yeah,
right.
and then
Bill
left,
Gates.
And then the left had the Koch brothers. Like
Koch
there's always
brothers.
like a billionaire behind all this
Behind all this shit.
Yeah.
on both sides.
Both sides. And these billionaires are either heroes or villains or it's all narratives. It's all fiction. It's all the problem is it's the same thing. The problem is like once you get caught lying, that's why it just pays to be honest. Because like once you get caught lying, once you see something fishy on 9/11 or you see something fishy with the JFK assassination, you see something fishy with the Gulf of Tonkin, which we know that's an admitted lie. The other ones, there's still PR around it, but we all know something fishy happened on 9/11. Okay, I'm not going to get demonetized and say what, but it's like a little like, whoa, what's going on here? What's going on? And there's many reasons why. Not saying any conspiracy. I'm just going like something's being withheld.
There's more to delve into.
Same thing with the JFK. You're going, there's something more to be delved into here.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to believe this dude was up in a fucking tower, was able to reload a couple times and moving. It's like you're going, come on, guy. Come on. And then he gets caught and he goes, I'm a patsy. No, who has ever assassinated someone and didn't want credit for it? I'll tell you who. One person, Lee Harvey Oswald. Because every other single person who assassinated somebody wanted credit for it because that's why they did it. They want fame. They want infamy. And they have some cause behind it. The guy who fucking killed Lincoln, he jumped on the stage, broke his ankle, which is hilarious. How hilarious is that? He fucking broke his ankle when he jumped out on the stage and he screamed, right, in Latin, tyranny, like I killed a tyrant or something. And then imagine he just had to run off like Ray Allen in the playoffs to the fucking locker room with a broken ankle. Somehow he got away and then hold himself up with a broken ankle. It must have had somebody with a horse out there.
Yeah.
Who threw him on there and they ran away. Fucking the guy who killed John Lennon.
Yeah.
He said why he did it. He wanted to be known. What was his name? David Foster Chapman.
Yep.
He said this was to put an end to the 60s, right?
Didn't Jack Ruby, the guy who killed, what's his face? He had terminal cancer.
Yeah, Jack Ruby. Yeah. Oh, that's another coincidence. Huh. Somebody just goes and kills him, and the reason he gave for killing him is a funny one. He goes, I didn't want Jackie Onassis to have to go through the, what was it? I didn't want Jackie Onassis I didn't want Jackie Kennedy. She wasn't Onassis yet. She didn't marry that old guy for money yet. Old Greek guy, shipping guy. The reason was I didn't want her to have to endure something, an investigation, something. That was his reasoning. And you're going like,
Jack Ruby, the owner of the club that does mischievous shit.
Yeah, who's a mafia tie, who has terminal cancer.
You worry about some random lady.
Yeah, after Lee Harvey Oswald says he's a patsy and he's starting to talk, and he even mentioned in one interview, he goes, the man in the office now, because everyone knows if you have a brain that Andrew Johnson fucking killed the Kennedys. I said it. He's the one, he hated the Kennedys. He hated them. They had him as vice president as a political match so he could win Texas, but they hated each other. And also people hated the Kennedys because they were Catholic. And back then the Protestants were racist against Catholics. And also, Kennedy was fucking everyone's wife, and his father was a fucking bootlegger, mobster. So they hated the Kennedys. Everyone hated the Kennedys. And he was also he just fucked up with Bay of Pigs. They were scared about the communists. They thought JFK couldn't get the job done against Russia. So it was a coup d'etat. It was a coup d'etat. It wasn't some fucking random crazy guy in a tower who happened to also be a Russian living in Russia for a year. Very suspicious. Baron Tripp is tall, but he doesn't hoop. It's a waste of height. Yeah, the reason was that. I mean, we don't have. I'm certain of it. His reason was he didn't want Jackie Kennedy to have to experience some type of,
relive the whole situation,
some bullshit like
and
that,
stuff like.
So it's really only him. It's really only Lee Harvey Oswald.
Everybody else be signing the bullet like a headshot and shit.
Exactly. Everybody wants their picture taken. Mm-hmm. So once you get caught lying, story doesn't add up. It's like when you know someone who lies, right? Once they, even if they're telling the truth after that, you always question them because they lost the trust. It's like when you cheat on your girl and you get caught. She keeps looking through your phone and you going, this bitch is crazy. She keeps looking at the phone. You know why she's looking through your phone, asshole. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, let's not play stupid. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I don't get it. I'm a guy. I get what happened. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you got caught.
Yeah.
So now she knows you're a liar. So was she just going to trust you after that?
Yeah.
And so that's what's happened. And that's what it's continued to kind of spiral, this distrust of the government, distrust of everything. And now the media is another layer of lies getting caught. So even now, if they have an article that's true, even now if you have a vaccine that's legitimate, you've lost the faith. The people are looking through your phone. You cheated on the people.
It's the boy who cried wolf, Blitzer.
Let's get to some Patreon names. Guys, look at that. A freaking cold mountain spring water right here. Time to give a nice Patreon shout out to our small business, freaking cold. Go to the website. The website is freaking coldspringwater.com. That's freaking, you see it right here. No G, freaking cold spring water. Order yourself a case, 2 cases, 3 cases to your house so you don't have to have plastic in your life anymore. You go with aluminum, much healthier for you. Plastic shrinks your taint. It gets in your body. It's no good. This is a no-brainer. If you're drinking water in your house, get rid of the Poland Springs and get freaking cold. They also stay really cold for a real long time. And that's why they're freaking cold, because the aluminum keeps them real cold. Similarly, just introduced Paul Verzi to these, and now he's just asking me to bring them over tonight. He had a root beer. He fell in love. BrooklynCannery.com. Now that he sees that there's a soda with such low calories, he's in love. BrooklynCannery.com. He actually just texted me, bring root beers. Yannis Pappas, all one word, for 15% off your next order of Brooklyn Cannery at BrooklynCannery.com. These all-natural sodas, they're good for your gut. They're prebiotic and also very low calorie, but no chemicals or shit in them. All good, and they're also delicious. So hats off to Brooklyn Cannery, and go get yourself. They deliver them right to your house.
That one got Jared good.
I can only imagine Verzi being excited about some soda.
It's very true.
He got that little waddle. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, man, Giannis, this is out of bounds.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. If you're getting LASIK in the New York area, go to ocnyi.com to see Dr. Nicholas Ragusa, or call 646-543-9474 and get your LASIK. Longshore Coffee. He just sent me a new flavor. I can't wait to try it. Longshorecoffee.com for 15% off your order. Use the promo code FUMES and go get your premium blend single origin coffee based out of Providence, Rhode Island. They send it right to your house, a fresh bag of delicious, absolutely delicious coffee. Longshorecoffee.com. Nate Linder, how you doing, Nate? I know you're watching. We talked. We're going to set up a call. We're going to call him on the episode during this segment, hopefully maybe next week. NateLinder.com to get all your social media needs met. He's going to help Eric. He's helping Eric, our other small business sponsor from 305plp.com. That's the guy who's
That's the Miami
video guy who's doing the pornos and shit.
Nice.
He's gonna help him build a website, market his videography business. Nate is grateful for this opportunity. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Small businesses supporting each other. This is a community. So that's great. So 305plp.com has hired Nate Linder to help him. So, go check out that website. Whether you're a company trying to acquire leads at a specific cost per lead goal or an e-commerce company trying to get a positive return on your advertising, Nate Linder will help you, man. He knows what he's doing. NateLinder.com. So hopefully that works out for our boy at 305PLP and, with their business. And then we got one cash checker, one check casher here for Philly and South Jersey. Chris Minetti, 215-750-3730 for the South Jersey area. You going down to the fucking Jersey Shore this summer? All right, you stole your mom's checkbook. You stole your mom's checkbook, kids? You don't want to take it to a bank because you don't want to get in trouble? There's one place to go. Who you going to call? Chris Minetti will cash that fucking check for you. So go check him out. Real old school. No social media at all. Just a fucking phone number. 215-750-3730.
Gabish?
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's just called him. Has anyone called Chris Minetti just to say hello? For the Free is an organization dedicated to providing artists from Hawaii a place to develop their crafts. They host free shows and post free music by local artists. Check out their website. Once Hawaii opens back up, which it is for live shows, and if you're an artist in Hawaii who wants to get on stage, contact them through their website, forthefree.us. All things music, all things Hawaii.
Here we go, 305.
305. PLP Media Services. You can email them at info@305plp.com. They need Nate Linder's help. They just got an info at. Or you can text them at, this is actually funny, 786-458-CASH with a dollar sign for the S. That's 786-548-2274. Check out their Vimeo page, 305 PLP. I'm sure they're on all socials. So if you need any type of videography work for a wedding, for a video, for a low budget porn, if you want to do comedy, whatever it is, you need somebody to shoot, you got a podcast, you want it shot, whatever it is, 305 PLP Media Services down there in Miami. Jared, our boy from San Antonio, who came to the show, didn't even say hello because I don't say hello to anyone. ExclusiveAutoShipping.com. You're moving your car anywhere, go get your free quote for ExclusiveAutoShipping.com. They'll move your car anywhere in the world. Call them up, ExclusiveAutoShipping.com. Our boy Jared. I want to welcome our newest long haulers to the fetaverse over at patreon.com/Yanni Longdays for your weekly bonus episode. Also, from now on, for the $10 members, you'll be getting the video of the bonus episode. Those are good episodes, man. They're good episodes. So patreon.com/Yanni Longdays. $5, you get the audio of everything. $10, you get the video of everything. And also from $10 and up, you also get to be a part of the live chat, which will be being instituted next week. We'll be starting the members of the Patreon, patreon.com/Yanni Longdays, will be able to be a part of the episode. The live chat will now be moving over to Patreon for our subscribers only. No more Instagram, so come be a part of a long day with us Welcome Jose Gutierrez, Paul Peskovitz, the dog that bit Whitney. It's a real good one. Aman, Sophia, Scott Singh, Elliot Johnston, Jeff Julian, and Evan Wiles. Welcome to the Fetaverse. Then we got Nathaniel Grana and Gene Malave. Then Johnny Antonelli. Yeah? Antonioli. Johnny Antonioli and Schlump. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
It's been a